Pregame.com.
Hi guys, I'm Marco D'Angelo. I'm joined with Bryan Leonard here. We're here for a little special. We got to give some, hats off to you. You're in a handicapping contest. It's sponsored by Cantor Gaming at the M Resort. This was a 16-field top guys here in Vegas. There was handicappers and professional bettors. Ponied up $3,000 to be in this contest. And usually it's a winner's take all, but it's winner and second place is getting what, 25% or something?
It's 75-25%.
Okay. And you've made the finals. It's you and who you going against?
Scott Cohen, excellent NFL handicapper, but this is a good week because now that we made it to the championship, we can use all the college games all the way through the bowl championship. So whereas he may have had the edge in the NFL, I think I've got a big edge in college. At least I hope so.
Well, it's good. For people that don't know, this is kind of like a spin-off of the old Stardust and Money Talks format, where it's a 16-man field, just like you would do in, March Madness.
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16 bracket, and you win, you move on. You lose, you go home. And it's an interesting concept. You pick 7 games. You can pick anything on the board, college, pro, overs, unders. And it's weighted. You go from your least of the 7 to the best bet, and the tiebreakers go from the top down. You advance the last round. You went against, I forget who the guy. What is it?
Ron Boyles.
Ron Boyles, and it was a close one right down to the end there. You guys were a couple games hanging in the balance for the finals, and you guys were able to have the chips fall the way you needed them, and that's what it is, because a contest like that, now I was in the Money Talks a few years ago, and the only thing I didn't like about that style of contest is if you draw week one, you could be one and done. I mean, you can be one and done at any point, but week one, to me, has always been the harder week to handicap because you're basing everything on last year and what you're projecting for this year. You haven't seen the teams play yet, so it kind of sucks if you draw week one and you don't have a good week and you're out. But I was fortunate. When it was in, actually it was VR and myself. We split the entry and we advanced into the second round with that. But you've gone all the way, and you've had success before. You've been in the old Stardust as well. Yeah,
I've been in the Stardust twice. I've been in the Money Talks, I think twice. I did go to the championship in the Money Talks, lost it. So I hope that's not a precedent for this week.
No.
It's the deuces, so I'm due to win these things. Yeah, I'm due to win these things. And I actually feel differently on the first week. I think since I'm handicapping and I've got my numbers before the lines maker puts them out, because I've been betting those futures in the game of the years, I think I have a bigger advantage in week one than anybody else. So I'd prefer for week one. The bad week would have been last week when you only had the NFL and you had the Army-Navy game.
Absolutely.
And it basically played out that way. I'm not sure either of the contestants last week actually had a winning record. The winner may have gone 4-3, but I think it went 3-4 and 2
down to the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and it's tough. We've got lesser games. So this week, knock on wood, we've had a winning record every time we've been in there. In fact, we're the #1 seed for winning percentage. 4-3 last week, or last time we were in. It wasn't the best week, but we caught a couple breaks.
All it takes
is you need to catch them.
More winners than your opponent is all
that matters,
you need.
Right.
And at least this time, other than the Money Talks, where it was a winner take all, you are going to get something for second place if that happens. But I'll be rooting for you, and if I'm done with my college basketball Friday night, I'll mosey on over to the M and root you guys on. The M's right down the hill from me, so we can check that out. And if you're in the area, stop by the M Resort. There's a lot of good scenery at the M, not necessarily Bryan, but...
my bad part is I always have my back, and then I keep seeing the announcers that work for the Review-Journal, and they'll make a comment, and I'm like, turning around. By the time I turn around, she's gone. But the cocktail waitresses are pretty hot at the M.
Yeah, it's that's my one tip to anybody. Check out the M if you come to Las Vegas. By far and away, the best cocktail waitresses in Las Vegas, and second place isn't even close. That I can tell you. Brian, congratulations on making the finals. You know, all kidding aside, we like to have fun, but you know, for you, this shows, you know, you are a winning capper. You know, you're not afraid to put your money up. You know, there's a lot of people that, you know, let's face it, in this industry, sell picks and never make a bet.
Yeah, it's in this, when you only have 16 people in it, you actually have a chance to win it. I mean, I know you're in the
Hilton.
The Hilton. When you're going up against 400 people,
this year 515.
Really? And you've got to be very lucky. And I've been in the Hilton, I think, 4 years, and I finished in the money 1 year, so I made enough profit to make it profitable overall. But in the long run, it's a crapshoot, and we're seeing it this year. There's a guy, I think in first place, he's hitting roughly 70%. You could be having the greatest year of your life and not hit 70%, and you don't win the big prize. But with 16 people, and the bad part is everybody's going to put up $3,000 knows they have a chance to win it. There's not going to be any dead money in this contest, and it's been rough. I mean, we've gone up against Bill Krackenberger, Crackman. We've gone up against some of the better handicappers, Ron Boyle's in town. Scott Cullen, excellent NFL handicappers. There's no semi-buys here. You're not playing the Indianapolis Colts.
One of the 16 guys in the tournament, you didn't get to face him. I don't know if you saw he was in there. Is actually a poker player. Eric Lindgren was one of the 16, and he actually advanced.
He did advance.
He did advance to the second round, and so you know that's kind of cool. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's what Vegas is about. I mean, it's gambling, it's sports betting. You had a guy crossover from poker that we all know, you know, poker guys are degenerates like all of us, and we bet all the games, and you know, it was cool to, you know, see him in there. So great contest, and well, you know, next year maybe I'll be in there and see if we can do battle.
Well, the only bad part is it's at midnight.
You know, see, that's where we're different. I am a night owl, and you'll notice a lot of times whenever I send you an email, they're coming late at night, and then I know when I wake up, I get the response because you're up way before me. But I do my best work at night.
I'm glad we've already eaten, because that would have just spoiled my whole appetite right there.
All right, he's Bryan Leonard. I'm Marco D'Angelo. Good luck, Brian. Thanks for watching, guys.